You say, what all this got to do with child support? Pay your child support, man. You don't have to agree with. You didn't agree with World War I, but you went and fought. You didn't agree with the Civil War, but you went and fought. You didn't agree with slavery, but you worked 400 years. You don't agree with being put in prison, but you're getting 30 years to life. You didn't agree with the death penalty, which is another form of lynching. But a lot of you are being put in the grave. I just think that we as black people, we complain about things that really shouldn't even acquire attention. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you pay your rent, or you're going to get evicted. When you want to drive a car, you're going to pay the fee to get your driver's license. Why you just can't go buy a car off the fact that you've already had at least one license in your lifetime? You shouldn't have to renew it anymore. I look like the way that I look on one of my other photos that I've already done took when I was 15. What changed? But you still do it. So pay the child support, man. You're not going to walk into a restaurant, any kind of restaurant, order food and sit down and eat and then walk out and expect not to have to pay. They'll call the police on you. They'll put they'll charge you and put you in jail. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to child support, man, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it. I mean, just be quiet about it. I mean, you say, well, she does all this other stuff. She ain't taking care of the kids. Well, let's do some math. Let's do some math. This is really one argument that I never really had with my baby mama. This is one argument. Me and my baby mama never had this argument. And I figured that, you know, people who have had these type of arguments do themselves so much displeasure, so much injustice. But me and my baby mama never had this argument. What the hell you doing with the money? Never had that argument. Never. What the hell you doing with the money? It never became an argument because number one, I already have an understanding. I already have a viewpoint. And my viewpoint is you get paid child support once a month. It comes once a month. You work two jobs, it comes out of both checks, but it's paid once a month. That's the way it's set up by the court. You can work 3, 4, 5 jobs. It's coming out of 3, 4, 5 jobs. I know because I had 3 jobs while I was doing music. I ain't telling you nothing that ain't true. A lot of people will be like, oh man, you can work 3 jobs and have child support. It ain't gonna come out of all 3 checks. Bullshit. It'll come out of all 3 checks. And then they'll take away your income tax from all three jobs. So nobody can't fucking tell me what child support will or will not do. You talking about the Office of Attorney General. You can't tell me what the court system will and will not do. Hell, I've been through 10 straight victories when it came to going to court. If I wanted to go to court about child support, I would have won that one too. I would have won. I would have had 11 straight victories in court. But child support is not something that I want to focus my energy on fighting in court. I focused my energy on trying to help women, especially black women, women of my own race. First, before, when you want to be a hero, and save somebody. Black men have it bad. And the Wayans brothers, they made fun of it. But I'm trying to be serious when it comes down. The Wayans brothers, they made fun of it. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. They made fun of the situation. How the black man jumped over this black woman to save this white woman. And the black woman sitting back like, no, he didn't just jump over me to save this white girl. All right. He just jumped over me to save this white girl. All right. So let's dig into that. Let's dig into it then. He jumped over this black woman to save a white girl. You won't jump into it. What am I supposed to say about that? That you care more for the white woman than you do your own black sister? Such is the same thing when a black woman prefers a white devil, Esau, Edom, Idumea, Italy, Rome, Italians, Caucasian. Damn, which one are you? You got so many fucking names. The Bible itself is like looking like, man, you are a devil. You are a man with many names. Which one are you? Are you Esau? Are you Edom? Are you Idumea? First, you were named Esau. You was born Esau. Your name is Esau. Esau is Edom. Edom is Idumea. Idumea is Italy. Italy is Rome. The white man is the devil that the Bible speak about. You got all these names. No one can describe who the hell you are. Where the hell did you come from? You put Christ on the cross and then stabbed him with a spear in the side after he died, after you said he's dead. What more need was there to keep mutilating him? That's called overkill. You so angry at the Lord who cast you out of the kingdom of heaven to the point that there is no return for you, that you turned around, Satan, and put your seed into man that was created by God, and then you brought forth and begat demigods and giants in the earth, which devoured mankind. and destroyed the earth until God flooded the earth. That didn't stop Satan. That didn't stop Satan. He's like, okay, so is Noah left then? It would have been different if there was no one left. Satan wouldn't, he would have had this whole entire earth to himself. Him and his angels wouldn't have been Noah's ain't no ark. Who's Noah? Who's Shem? Who's Ham? Who's Japheth? Everybody's dead. The earth was wiped out with a flood. Ain't no history left of the earth. It's only Satan and his angels. So you gotta look at it from that standpoint. If that had to happen, Noah and his family destroyed in the flood would leave nothing but Satan and his angels. After the flood would have been over, Satan and his angels would have been destroyed forever. Because there was nobody. And what God would have did is after he destroyed Satan and his angels, from destroying everything, including Noah and his family, because we running with that scenario, that synopsis. What if Noah and his family had been destroyed in the flood? Okay, well, let's answer the question. If Noah and his family had been destroyed in the flood along with everything else, then Satan and his angels would have been wiped clean. They would have been ultimately destroyed. They would have been forced to walk the face of the earth forever without anything to tempt. And then they would live on a planet that's uninhabitable. And from there, they would have been just thrown and thrown into the fiery lake, the lake of fire, brimstone, where they are to be punished forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Then God would have had the opportunity to just recreate man the same way he did before. There would be a whole new Adam. But you know what God did? He reserved Noah and his family so that it will be a testimony of his mercy, of his grace, of his generosity, of his consideration. See, a lot of people, you get considerate. When you are considerate, consideration is an entity of its own. What makes you considerate? Do you even know the definition of what consideration is? Well, let me tell you something. If somebody have to ask you for, let's say, the argument where I had when I was a kid with Derek Parks, let's say he had an orange. That's because that's what he came up. Derek Parks, my neighbor when I was a kid. It was my neighbor in Dallas before I went to T.G. Terry, because we would travel back and forth from California to Texas. And Derek would walk up to me with an orange and eat it in front of my face, and I was like, man, I can go in the house and get my own orange. I don't need yours. Because he was like, what you looking at? You ain't gonna get none. Well, you only considered coming over here to broadcast in front of my face an orange that you really wasn't going to give me any portion of. So That's inconsideration. Only so that you can make me feel lower as an individual and more humiliated, taunted, and victimized because you feel like I have nothing and you do. That's the mindset of Cain. That's the mindset of Satan. That's Satan all day long. That's what Satan do. Instead, I was like, I don't need your orange. I can go in the house and get me an orange. Go get me an apple. Go get me a banana. Go get me some grapes. Go get me a pear. Go get me some strawberries. Are you understanding where I'm going with this? With your orange? Go in there and go get my own pickles. My own jar of pickles. Do you understand where I'm going with this? And your orange? Go in the icebox and get me some ice cream that got my name on it. And wait till my grandpa come, because he's gonna buy me some ice cream, some soda, and some chips, and some now laters. I don't need your orange, motherfucker. So that's Satan. That's the devil. And anything like it is a devil. It's a difference between being considerate and somebody asking for something. If I come to you and I ask you for an orange, then you have a choice whether or not you're going to give it to me or you're not. That's not consideration. That's not. The Bible said, blessed is he that considers the poor. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. Blessed is he that considers the poor, for the Lord will deliver him in time of trouble. He don't give a damn about the rich man. He said, blessed is he that considered the poor. You already blessed. What you need to do is consider the poor. Why? Why should I be considerate of the poor? Because the Lord is going to deliver him in time of trouble. In time of trouble, he ain't got to consider you. You rich. Deliver yourself. You feel where I'm coming from? That's why I say some people read the Bible and don't read it and don't get it. You're still illiterate. I don't give a damn about your degree, because you'll read it like this. Blessed is he that considereth the poor, for the Lord will deliver him in a time of trouble. And you will be like, well, shoot, all I got to do is go out and give these suckers some bag of chips and a glass of water, and God gonna deliver me with my arrogant and pious ass. Because that's what a lot of people with a house and cars and clothes and money and jewelry and money in the bank, that's how you think. That's how you think. And you have not considered anything. Consideration. He say, where you come? Okay, well, God was dealing with Job. Go to the book of Job. And God said, have you considered my servant Job? He said, where you come from, Satan? Call his ass out. Where the fuck you coming from, Satan? Where the hell did you come from? He said, from walking up and down the earth to and fro. To and fro, walking up and down the earth, up and down in it. So Satan has traveled this earth 1,000,000 times over before any black man was brought over here on slave ships. He said, I've been going up and down the earth, to and fro, going up and down the earth. He said, have you considered my servant Job? Like, you know you got a hedge over him. But if you ever remove that hedge, I'll make him curse you to your face. That's what Satan said. If you ever remove that hedge, you know you got a hedge over Job, and I can't touch him, and everything that he touches is blessed. I can't come near Job because you got a hedge about him. But if you ever remove that hedge, I'll make him curse you to your face. That's what Satan said to God that created him. He said, I'll make your creation cuss you out to your face. So it's evident that Job had actually met God. He has actually walked and talked with God in the physical. Somehow, some kind of way, he has actually met God somehow, some kind of way, through a messenger, an angel, or whatever. But Job had a relationship with God. He said, furthermore, you got this hedge about him. This relationship between you and Job is too strong for me to even put my hand on him. Well, you take your hedge off. If you ever take him out of the gate of safety, that safety net, you remove that safety net. If you ever remove that safety net and that dome of protection that you have around them, if you ever take that away, I'll make them curse you to your face. That's what Satan said. That's consideration. He was already premeditated. You're not considerate if you haven't premeditated. That's why they don't call it considerate murder. They call it premeditated murder, because you already considered in your mind how you was going to kill somebody. In the judicial system, you can't tell me shit because I've already been through so many trials and tribulations in court. You know how much time that you can get in a court of law for premeditated murder? If I sat here and premeditated on how to kill a judge of the Supreme Court, they can turn around and say, oh yeah, that's premeditated murder. I don't give a damn if he don't have $1 to his name. He never been to the military or nothing. But you sat there and you premeditated on how you wanted to kill the Supreme Court justice. They can lock you away forever just off of premeditation. And the first thing they gonna say is, how do we know that this poor fellow who lives on the street actually has the ability to go and kill off the Supreme Court justice? That's how the white man think, because the white man is afraid of something. He's afraid of something. Kwam Yashrala wa Allah Hayakala Wala. The white man is afraid of his own destruction because he know that he have but a short time. The devil knows that he has but a short time. So when you got child support, pay it, man. Look, I don't agree with wearing condoms when I get ready to have sex, but I will wear one to keep from catching an STD. Because of the days and the times that we're living in is diseased and pestilence. Things that God said in Revelation